Two on, one out, 3-2 the count. Wimpy brings it in. Andrews swings the Boston, deep center field, and it is gone, and it's deja vu all over again. A 3-run shot by Andrews to give the Huskers the lead at the bottom of the sixth.
Brooke Andrews, are you kidding me? Takes the moment, bottom of the sixth, book it. Brooke Andrews steps up. The dugout is empty. They are on their feet here in Bullen Stadium. And Nate, I can't talk about how she just battled her way back in that at-bat. I mean, she was just complete swing and a miss on the first two. But I told you, she does not that moment get too big. She doesn't lose control. She battles back, pitch by pitch by pitch. She gets the ball. She fouls a couple off. She makes the pitcher come to her, gets full count, makes her bring one into her house, and she makes them pay. Brooke Andrews.
Looks ticketed for 3-0 until Mattia arrived on the scene. This is turned on and whacked out to left center field. That ball's got a chance, and it's gone! Brooke Andrews can't stop hitting home runs. Her 9th of the year.
Weiss would certainly love a double play like you mentioned.
Yeah, there's definitely a double play opportunity here.
And Brooke Andrews has grounded into the most double plays in the Big Ten this season with 3. But that's off the glove. It'll bring the first run of the game home. A hard shot to third base, and Jones couldn't handle it, and Nebraska's on the board.
Yeah, you talked about weak hits, but this is not a weak hit. She hits a little shot to third base, and she gets that score.
Andrews comes through. That's tough to handle for Jones.
Yeah, and she was kind of playing in a little bit. I think if she was more in position and a little bit closer to the line, she might have had that ground ball.
Brooke Andrews will try and keep the rally going for the Huskers here in the top of the second. They've plated 3 more runs to lead by 4. And Heather Johnson, the lefty, just newly inserted for Indiana, begins her day with a first pitch, swung on and hit high and deep to right field. It'll split the gap and roll to the wall. Extra bases, and Andrews has an RBI double. Nebraska extends the lead as she trades places with Felder, and it's 7-2.
Just a ridiculous display of hitting by Nebraska in the first 2 innings. And they're showing why they were so successful in the past years, including a 41-16 last year, 17-5 in the Big Ten. And for Indiana, they're wanting to be where Nebraska was last year, and that's on top of the Big Ten.
This is a chance for either one to really set a tone. Here's the payoff. Brooke Andrews gets a ball to land in left center field. That scores a run, and it's Andrews who ends up setting the tone there, adding on another run. The Hoosiers can't get that last strike that evaded them time and again yesterday.
Yeah, as I mentioned, saw it a lot yesterday, and we're seeing it early today. Nebraska's been really good with 2 outs this year. It's nothing new, but IU really needs to find a way to get out of these innings.
So 2-0 advantage for Nebraska. This is a big battle right here, Lucas, just between pitcher and Brooke Andrews, the batter. I mean, Nebraska's already scored a run, but this is a chance for either one to really set a tone. Here's the payoff. Brooke Andrews gets a ball to land in left center field. That scores a run, and it's Andrews who ends up setting the tone there, adding on another run. The Hoosiers can't get that last strike that evaded them time and again yesterday.
Yeah, as I mentioned, saw it a lot yesterday, and we're seeing it early today. Nebraska's been really good with 2 outs this year. It's nothing new, but IU really needs to find a way to get out of these innings.
So 2-0 advantage for Nebraska. Tie ball game. Again, 2 runners in scoring position for Nebraska, second and third. Here's the 0-1. Big swing from Andrews. Popped up high in the air to center field. Kinsey Mitchell reaching for it, and it drops. 2-run score, and now a 7-5 lead for Nebraska.
2 errors in this inning leads to 3 runs. Losing the lead, that one's got to hurt, especially for Mason Montgomery in the circle. He's been pitching so well. Just your defense letting you down a little bit.
Yeah, it was high in the air. Mitchell just couldn't quite read it. 1 count. The delivery, a big swing and a single at least over to right field. Runner coming home. Another run scores for Nebraska. I said the runs have been coming.
That'll be another one with a lot of playoff implications.
Yeah, and then after that, they head to Evanston to take on the Wildcats of Northwestern. Payoff pitch. Brooke Andrews with a huge swing and a ball sent deep and gone right in the corner of left field. Brooke Andrews goes deep. 3-1 ball game.
I just mentioned she was getting a lot of hard contact on these. She found it. She drove it. This one she was able to keep fair. And that one was, if it stayed fair, it was gone. Pretty much a no-doubter on that one.
There is a lot of depth with it, but the hitting, it's moved around very evenly. I mean, you have 300 hitters in the 1-2 spots. Then you have Brooke Andrews batting .364 coming into this game, batting 5th, and then Caitlin Neal in that 9 spot as Andrews singles that one through the short and second base hole, and that average only goes up. So you're seeing 300 hitters placed throughout this lineup, but they're not all compacted together.
Yeah, you mentioned it. Depth is a huge part of this lineup, and I think Rhonda Revelle has crafted her lineup in such a way that works for this Husker team. They know how to work together, and
think it was early March with the weather right now. Does not feel like late April. The right-hander's pitch. Fly ball, deep center field. Should get the run home, if not more. And the center fielder can't get it all the way to the wall. This will score at least 2. Andrews going to third. She's in there safely, and the Huskers lead it 3-1 on a triple by Brooke Andrews.
And we get a little dance move on third from Brooke Andrews, but a big, well-hit ball. It was going to score no matter what.
4 are power hitters. That's what's happened tonight. Maya Felder in the cleanup spot, taking advantage. And now another run will come in, and a double clutch from Nelson. And Andrews, Brooke Andrews, is safe at first. Wallace in to score from third. And it's a 5-0 lead for Nebraska.
Wichita State going to come together to chat about this, but you see the pump fake. It's almost like a combination of her not knowing where she wanted to go with the ball, and in that stutter, she also loses her grip. You can see that she fumbles the ball in the glove.
This is the only moment that matters right in front of you.
Andrews through the gap into left field, and her first base hit of the day passes the bat to Sid Gray. And the game tying run aboard again for the Huskers in the bottom of the 9th.
See the smile, just feel the exhale come off of Brooke Andrews. This one pops through the 5-6 hole. Man, the moment couldn't be any bigger than it is right now for her to find her first base hit of the day.